Hattis Hierophant. I am Crystal, your tarot reader. I have uploaded all of the people that were chosen for the complimentary reading and I posted it on Instagram. I did that on the 1st. So if you're like, you said the 1st, Crystal, I'm so sorry I didn't do it here first. It just takes me a little bit longer to upload it to YouTube. I will list all of those chosen in the description below. Otherwise, I hope you are doing well. I hope your family is well. I hope that beautiful spirit of yours is well. Let's get on. Let's get on with your reading for April 2020. And the center of your read is the 9 of Cups. I just love that energy. That's the energy of wish fulfillment, achievement, job well done. And by the time you get like 9 cups and people are celebrating you, that's because you put work in and you started with the thought first. That's how you manifested it. You started with a dream, an idea, and then you started going for it. It wasn't just like, oh, I hope I can lose 20 pounds. Not only were you visualizing how you look 20 pounds lighter, you also read about it and then you started changing your habits and then you were. But it started here first. That's what the 9 of Cups is all about, is that you really believe in the art of manifesting and then putting action behind it, and then you're rewarded for both of two. So I love that that is the center of your energy. Let's go on to your moon energy, Gemini, and your moon energy is where you resonate and or where spirit is working in your favor because they love you oh so much. And believe you me, the two of them are combined. There's a connection there. The first card I have in your moon energy is the 9 of Wands, the World card, and the Knight of Wands. Now, immediately I feel for you, Gemini. I feel like you're just doggone tired. I feel like you're tired of trying to upkeep this image of everything is okay. I feel like you're physically tired. I feel like you're mentally tired. I feel like you're just plumb exhausted. And not only with the sign of the times, I feel like it's kind of been leading up to this, almost like how much longer can I pretend like I'm all right, you know? Like you're ready to be whole again. And let's see what that means, Gemini. For some reason, I feel like it's like family. You're ready for your family to be whole again. And you're ready to be whole again. Like I feel like you're just physically not feeling well. Yeah, you're ready to move. You're ready to move past that. You're ready to move past feeling tired. And as I'm talking, it's like I'm ready to feel more energetic. I'm ready to push past this already. Okay, let's go on to your sun energy, and that is where you show up. That's your ego. That's how I see you, how folks see you, and how you're seen to the world. And the first card I get is the High Priestess. I love this energy. There aren't too many signs that has gotten this energy for me. And then you have the Tower card along with the Queen of Cups. So immediately I'm thinking, Gemini, like whatever it is that you're thinking about, right? Because I can already see in your subconscious, you're thinking about like, I'm tired of this. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to move on. And I feel like you're avoiding something. I feel like that you're avoiding, I hate to do this. It's like you're avoiding this ending. You're avoiding this argument. You're avoiding this immediate change. It's like you're trying to act like this didn't happen, right? Because when that happened, there's some truths that came out, that maybe there was some truth about a relationship. There's truth about a family. There's truth about a particular job. It was just a truth that was revealed to you. And that's what happens with the High Priestess. She brings it to light. So there's something that we had to face there. And I feel like with this Queen of Cups, it was, it hit you here, like right in your heart. Yeah. on to your immediate present, because we're going to go back and expand on that, because I want to get to the bottom of it too, Gemini. And in your immediate future, I see the 5 of Pentacles along with the Death card. Now, remember your center card, right, Gemini? Because I feel like you're about ready to click off. Don't click off, right? We already know that your center energy is wish fulfillment, job well done, right? It's all about where your mindset is. That's how you're going to move past this 5 of Pentacles and this Tower card, and even that 9 of Wands, okay? Because I feel like we're looking back at our past, and that's what the 9 of Wands typically means for me. When that comes up, it's looking back at like nonsense stuff, like stuff that kind of wasted your time in a way to where you felt like a lot of it was spinning your wheels, like you could have used your time a bit more wiser. That's what the 9 of Wands typically means for me. Now, going back to your immediate present, right? So I see this 5 of Pentacles. Because I have this, right? I have the Tower, the Death, the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like we either need to move on from this, right? Understand the truth that came out of it, and or we need to see our part in it and let go of that ego, right? Let go of I'm right. Let go of a different narrative. That's what I feel like. I feel like you're holding on to a certain narrative, and that has become your truth, right? And or I feel like it's twofold. And or I feel like that whomever or whatever, they're holding on to a certain negative narrative to this situation. Whatever the case, who's ever holding on, it's just time to let go. It's time to like ding dong dead it. Right? So we can get here. See, like, because it's obviously causing some anxiety, it's causing some pain, abandonment, and even a little depression, right? Because it was hurtful. This is a relationship or a situation that meant a lot to you. Like, it's time, if you want this wholeness, Gemini, we gotta ding dong dead it. We gotta ding dong dead it. Yeah. All right. Let's expand on your moon energy, my love. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit's like, stop shuffling. So I expanded on that 9 of Wands, and we have the 9 of Pentacles along with the 4 of Cups. Listen, there's a relationship with air signs, fire signs, not Capricorns, but like earth signs rather. You all have similar energies, and I'm just pulling some similar cards that your other sister signs had as well, and 2 of these came up, and that is the 4 of Cups along with the 9 of Pentacles. Like, stop going at it alone. See, because this is the energy of I can do it by myself, especially because I have it in your moon energy, right? If it makes me feel like that we are resonating in our more shadow self, and the shadow self of the 9 of Pentacles is I'll do it alone. I can handle this alone. I can do it, right? But you're not happy doing it alone. Because that's what that is. That's a feeling of being disappointed. To the point, Gemini, to where you're sitting here like, I'll do it by my doggone self. I don't need nobody. I'm going to keep believing that narrative. I'm going to keep believing that. But see, it's not doing you any good anyway. And anything that would come your way, you're not even willing to take it because you're so sold on this. Why? Right? Because this is the thing. Like, Spirit is already telling us, let's push on. You're ready to push on. Because when you do, overflowing. Gosh, don't you miss that, Gemini. And then the 2 of Cups. That is a divine partnership, relationship. It's divine, right? And once we move on past this narrative, and that's all I can say, because that's what it is. It's almost not even a situation anymore. Now it's a story, right? once we move past that, and that's what the Knight of Wands does. He charges. He asks questions later, right? Then we get this, and then we get this. And to have two of these together, that's already ushy-gushy love, right? There's tears involved in that kind of love. And great satisfaction and joy. All right, let me expand on this World card. Yeah, I think we talked about this in one of your readings. So we have the Queen of Swords and then we have the King of Cups, right? And when it came out, they were facing each other. So it was like this. So it's like the Queen facing the King, right? It's almost like they're in conversation, like they need to come to an agreement. And to me, this is an agreement to just let it rest. Let this narrative rest, right? Let's move past it. It's time for that cycle to end. All right, let's expand on your ego energy. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I expanded on that High Priestess, and I have the Page of Cups along with the Five of Wands. And I had a couple of cards flip over, and I don't read reversals, so you just saw me flip them over. So here, like when these truths came out, right? This is nonsense, right? It's almost like play fighting. It's like that play fighting that starts to where you punch somebody and you're like, oh, let me punch you back, and then all of a sudden now you're wrestling. You know, that's what happened here. It ended up being, it started off here and then it got here, Gemini. And I feel like it's to the point where we don't even know how it got there at this point, right? I still feel like you're ready to make an offer. Someone's ready to make an offer of love. If anything, just an offer of peace, an offer to just say, let's agree to disagree. Let's move on. Let's act like it didn't even happen. Right? Because if you try to go back there and rehash it and try to figure out who's right and wrong, we're right back where we started. And like I said, it's not doing you any good. It's not doing you any good. It's not even doing the other party any good. So I obviously expanded on that Tower card, and I got what is this? The Nine of Swords along with the Knight of Swords. Right? So this is all like, you know what? It's different from that energy of the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Swords almost, especially in his shadow side and in his ego side, sometimes he goes in first and thinks later, right? And that's what happened here, right? I feel like there were some misunderstandings. We said some things we shouldn't have said. We started thinking, we made it into something different. We believed a certain narrative. That's all I keep hearing. We believed a certain narrative. And this is crystal clear to me, Gemini. And then I expanded on that Queen of Cups, and we have the Eight of Wands along with the Six of Pentacles. I feel like I'm getting the same message I got for you for last month, right? Like we need to go ahead and reach out and communicate. Give a little and explain it in a way to where it's like, we're gonna have to do a little give and take. Like I just can't come here and just kiss your behind, right? Like we both need to come to this together, either agree to disagree or talk it out. But at the end of the day, what I want still is I want you. I want us. I don't want this. I don't believe it anymore. All right? I don't believe it anymore. So let's see what's happening in your immediate present. Yeah. My lovely Gemini. So I expanded on that Five of Pentacles, and I got Three of Pentacles and the Justice card. So your immediate future, I see justice. I see the scales tipping to where they're even. It's not like this anymore. Listen here. Look, there's scales in this picture too. That's in your ego energy. And this is what's happening in your immediate present. So if we approach it with love, we communicate, I'm sorry, right? Or let's move on. Let's move past it. Let's both do a little give and take. We'll both be justified. So we can go back to this partnership, this collaboration, this union, right? We don't have to be here. And I expanded on that death card, and I have the Page of Swords along with the the King of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands in your moon energy. So we have a little bit of fire energy happening here for sure. You know, and that King of Wands, especially coming back after a death, that King of Wands is one that wants to make progress, right? Wants to rebuild, wants to make new again, but better. And they have a different perspective. That's what this energy is calling you to do. And this Page of Swords is, and I feel like because we have this death card with this Page of Swords, we have to let go of that energy of, I know you are, but what am I? Right? You remember what you did? Remember what you said? Like we need to let go of that energy. It needs to be ding dong dead, and let's rebuild and make it better. And then let's rebuild and make it better. I expanded on that Nine of Cups. Let's rebuild and make it better. By the time we have 4 spokes in the ground, that means we're building something. That means we're creating structure, right? And by the time you get here, right, this is a commitment. Let's commit towards our wishes and dreams. Let's commit to that. I'm going to expand a little bit more. We have the Emperor, right? I mean, there's no mistake there that it's with the 4 of Wands, and this is fire energy, right? The Emperor is the daddy card, right? So I do feel like that some of this is father-son, some of this is father-daughter, as far as like that relationship needs to heal. And then some of it is just about someone needs to be the adult in this and make it right and create the stability and just squash it, right? And then it ends with the King, with the Knight of Cups. So I feel like we are seeking love, and it's here. We just have to create a different narrative, okay? I see this is mostly relationship geared, so I'm sorry about that. A little bit of work, right? Let me see if Spirit has anything in regards to work, because I want this to be a well-rounded general reading for you. I'm so sorry, Gemini, I'm not picking up on anything, but I do plan on uploading a career, job, and calling video for this quarter for us, so be on the lookout for that. Now, this new thing I'm trying is these angel cards that I have. A girlfriend of mine had given me these cards, and I had them at work. I would pick and choose some every day, once a week, whatever the case, just so anytime I felt like this energy or this energy, I had something to go back to kind of reset my frequency. So these are going to be yours for the month, okay? That's how we're going to reset our frequency. Sorry about that big bang. All right, so the 3 that we have for you is healing. Oh my goodness, I know this comes up backwards. Why do I show it when I know that it's not going to come out right for you guys? But healing, there's definitely some healing here that needs to happen, right? And the way we're going to heal, we either need to like ding dong dead that narrative that we have sold ourselves on as truth, right? That's stopping us from loving and forgiving, right? Let's heal from that, okay? The next one I have is delight. Oh my goodness, I love that word. It's so light and airy and free. And I feel like you want that so bad. I feel like you want that light and airy and free because you're here. You're tired of it. You're tired of the weight that is putting on your shoulder. Let's bask in delight. And we're going to get that through healing. And our last one is willingness. Willingness. What are you willing to do, Aquarius? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to do? To move past this, to move past this narrative that has now become your story. Let's create a different story. Are you willing to create a different story? All right, Gemini, that's all I have. Listen, I absolutely adore you.